Comes a time in your life when you have to know your own worth, when you have to know your own value, and it cannot continually be determined by the people around you. It cannot be determined by what people have said about you. Maybe you grew up around certain people, and so you wanted to please them, you wanted to make them happy. Maybe it was your parents, maybe it was your friends, or maybe it was certain other people. But at some point, you have to know your value for yourself. You cannot allow your value to continually be dictated by what other people say about you, or what mistakes or experiences you've had. And so sometimes the reason you cannot see your worth, the reason you cannot step into and become who God's created to be, to call the people you surround yourself with. In Abraham, I'm going to make a reference to the Bible. In Abraham and Lot's case, Lot, the name Lot literally means veil. And so while Lot was around Abraham, Abraham could not see certain things that God was doing because Lot was there blocking it. And so the moment Abraham told Lot to pick which side of the land he wanted, and Lot went for the nicer part and left. That's when God really started moving in Abraham's life. And so, to liken it to the video today, which is knowing your self worth, you cannot continually allow people to be the ones determining your self worth. And that's why the moment God removes certain people from your life, you actually now start walking in alignment with what God has called you to do. You cannot do that if you're continually hanging around people that have no ambition, no vision, people that are okay and satisfied with being mediocre. You don't want to be mediocre because God did not call you to be mediocre. God called you to be great. God called you to be above average. And you cannot be above average and do what God has called you to do. That's why you have to just let people go. When God removes people, let them go. Knowing your self worth. People don't want to know your self worth because people want to carry on keeping you at this point in life when you're meant to be up here, right? So, as long as you keep hanging around those kinds of people, you won't go get very far in life. You have to let those people go and go on with your life. Live your life, become who God has created you to be, and leave those people alone. After all, the moment you know your self worth, you won't tolerate nonsense from people. You won't take trash. You won't allow people to walk all over top of you. And people don't like that because once you know your self worth, you cannot be easily manipulated. You cannot be taken for a fool any longer. And you will no longer tolerate trash from people. So that's why people don't want to know your self worth because when you know your self worth, when your light is shining, it exposes the darkness, and when you are securing yourself, it exposes the insecurity in other people. And so keep being yourself and let your work speak for you and forget about those people. But yeah, if you like content like this, follow for more.